Meta4Pro's draft? Like, what is it you think is sort of the thing that sort of rubs you the wrong way the most out of their lineup?
Picking Bristol into the OD. I mean, that's just, yeah. Like it's been OD has been a counter to Bristol since the dawn of Dota, since the dawn of when these heroes were added together, I believe, when they both were in the game. So it's just very curious to see what their plan is. I understand with the coddle, but I mean, OD's just kind of, he's just, as soon as OD starts getting involved, like let's say if they're making things happen and somehow they're moving around the map and they're making the OD be this immobile hero, which I guess they kind of can do with the coddle recalls and stuff like that. Maybe they can make the OD not show up to the fights, but when OD shows up to the fights and Bristol's there, it's going to be disastrous for the Dire.
No, let's see how these lanes go. You know, maybe we'll see some members of Meta4Pro pop off in the laning stage and start to take over the game in a way that the sort of draft upper hand that no bounty hunter have might not matter. So yeah, some of these matchups, we've got Enterkey in the mid on his OD. He's going to be playing against the Bat. I mean, this is a matchup. It's not easy for the OD, right? You can do quite a lot of the Bat.
This is probably the biggest one that they have to win really hard. Yeah. I think Zacto should actually just like maybe even go for like a kill pretty soon here. He's got like 6-7 stacks. He's got the double creep wave. Like, just don't get aggro. It's a level 1, but
can he just go
showed that he has Arcane Orb.
Yeah,
I think he should just go right now.
8 stacks. I mean, now he's gone for massive. There's no Astral.
I think he should have been threatening there.
I guess he doesn't want.
Because he had the whole creep wave tanking. He had he had like 5-6 stacks on the creeps too. So the creeps would. I think he should have gone as soon as he saw that Arcane Orb.
Maybe he's just worried about TP rotations.
It's too early though. Like even they're not gonna TP mid onto. I mean, either way, he's still doing a good job on the lane, and he can take advantage. That's the important thing is he can always take advantage versus the OD because your turn rate's pretty bad. And if the OD ever does use Astral, he can take advantage of that. But Nataki's just not skilled at the start here.
Yeah, so maybe just waiting for the level 3 on the Bat before Zacto wants to get too aggressive. Make sure that he's going to have a bit more of a reliable setup for the kill.
God, I was going to say too, like this is exactly, he actually did it perfect. Like OD messed up his block. Yeah. Zacto had a double wave under the tower in level 2, and the OD was just level 1, so maybe a missed opportunity. But looking at these other lanes. Bottom, like we said, it's a lot of spam that's going to be coming up, but they know it's coming. So the sticks are going to be aplenty. Bristol will be able to get some great farm down here. It's just now going to be looking at Keptus in particular, if he can get stacks, right? We got to get those ancient stacks, get those hard camp stacks, because you have a Bat and a Bristle to farm them up.
Because in the actual lane, you're right, there's a bit of pressure, but the Morph's never going to die down here. Right? Top lane Snorpy, he's got the Fairy Fire, ain't going to save him. Slide of Fist in the right click from Viacha gets the kill. So first blood will go to Meta4Pro.
And yeah, that's exactly the reasoning, right? Like you're able to push the wave in constantly, but you're never actually able to really threaten Morphling unless Khan makes a big mistake. Top, I like this play. I actually really like when I see Crystal Maidens do this. You get your abilities at level 2 instead of actually getting your aura. And usually, like 90% of the time, if you have 2 mangoes or 1 or 2 mangoes, you're gonna get a kill in the lane. It's just unbelievably powerful how much damage you can do. And he'll get a pull off because of it, because they forced the lane in so hard. And now Snorpy actually takes a lot of damage.
We'll try running back at them. Link going in with the Remnant. They'll be fine, low skill. Having the wave coming in underneath his tower. He'll be able to continue to see us quite fine. And we see so far really across the 3 lanes. 3 cores of Meta4Pro getting slightly more than that of no bounty hunter.
Yeah, doing a good job of even forcing these lanes mid. The battle's coming out. It's a self-astral. And now he has to TP to his tower because of it. That was a little weird. I think he meant to click the bat.
And bottom lane, Khan dies.
What the?
All right, Kyle.
He just got clipped. Kyle,
Meta4Pro are kind of, I mean, they're doing very well in these lanes. It's some sort of, you know, strange plays here from No Bounty Hunter. Definitely not helping No Bounty Hunter's case this game in the early laning stage.
Absolutely. They did set themselves up to have these pretty decent lanes, though. As we see, Batrider, Zacto, can he get set up on? The Astral's there. They're going to have the Shackles, too. They've got this kill, probably.
Oh, the Fairy Fire!
The Fairy Fire.
Oh, he lives. Zacto. Look at him go. And a salve as well. Coming in from Keptas, I believe.
Yep, and he also stacked. So the Coddle is doing, I mean, big plays there. Gets the kill bottom, moves immediately after the kill to get the stack of the Ancients, and then goes mid. I think he actually double stacked too. He stacked the small camp as well. It'll get spotted by Flash, so it looks like he's trying to at least ward block it, but the Coddle's there to secure the bounty runes in the next 20 seconds. Yeah, good start here. Like they did drop themselves in a good position in the lanes. Like that's, you know, the big picture thing that the panel was talking about is what it's going to start looking like when the fights and everything kick off. Yeah, when the Bat's trying to go for the lasso and the OD, you know, finds himself face to face with the Bristle. And but yeah, no, so far Meta4Pro definitely proving their strengths in this laning phase. All three of their cores farming fine. I mean, it's not like no bounty hunter that far behind, but no, you know, they are a little bit. You know, it's a close beginning. And definitely not a bad one here for Meta4Pro. Let's see if we get any more movements around mid. Snorpy in the jungle right now. He's trying to scout these stacks. I think they're expecting, no bounty is expecting just a crazy amount of stacks. You see they already did block that Ancient with the sentry from earlier.
Thank you. I shall reconsider your words.
See Blinky's. He's got the urn down now, so.
Oh, nice timing. Keptus, the Coddle, he'll D-ward and he'll get the stack. Meanwhile, top, they'll be able to find Blink.
They will, Blink. It's just taken out immediately there by the two of them. A lot of control, of course, between the CM and the Ember at this stage.
Dude, Coddle, I mean, this Coddle's playing his game perfectly. Now he's even going to farm a small camp as well. He got the double stack, D-warded. Like, he's setting up his Bristle and his Batrider for success.
He is
pretty well.
Yeah, he's actually doing so much here, Keptas. This is some top tier Coddle work.
Yeah, and the Bristle is going to be enabled to now get a ring of health because the Coddle actually just left the lane. Looks like Zipzepper's just getting enough by himself down here with Raindrop. He's sustained enough. Might be able to set up for him down bottom now though if he stays too far as top.
Gonna see if they can get the kill here, but they can't. Low skill's gonna be fine. Blink getting hit by the Illuminate as well. They're gonna have chains back up. Meta4Pro, they're gonna get another. It's 5-0. It's a 2K lead here coming into the 7th minute. I mean, this is looking pretty one-sided, this laning stage. You know, they're making a lot happen, and no bounty hunter just aren't really getting anything done at all.
No, absolutely. And Zacto, he has an Arcane Rune right now too. So Nataki in the mid lane has to be a little cautious of how far he steps up because that's, as we know, this is the Dream Rune, Haste Rune and Arcane Rune, the absolute best ones on this bat to threaten. Nataki does have his Meteor Hammer finished at a pretty good timing.
Okay.
He's going to at least be able to get some aggressive move with rotations. This could be a kill.
Let's see if they can do it. They're going to have the extra burst from Flash and Snorpy, and it's enough. So they will manage to take down the bat. Finally get themselves their first kill on the board.
And he did pop the Arcane Rune, too, to bottle up. So no Arcane Rune when he respawns, so he can't make that aggressive move. A nice hit by no Bounty Hunter. It feels like a hit they did need a little bit to slow down this great start here by Meta4Pro. As, again, another ward taken out from this Coddle and just securing his stacks and securing that triangle.
Oh, low skill.
Movements. And movements from the bottom lane now allow Zipzapper to do the ideal movements here for the Bristle. He's going to start cutting the waves a bit and getting maximized. Also finds himself a Jelly. Yeah, and he has just, I'm just staring at these Ancients. It's like triple stack right now. Looking really, really juicy for him.
See mid
lane.
Another bit of setup. Trying to keep Zactil nice and low, and top lane. Get the kill. Can low skill get out of it? He can. He's able to get back to the safety of Keptas. Keptas actually. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Low skill. He's loving it up here. 4-0-2. And of course getting those kills as well just after Keptas had picked up his urn. So some urn charges on the Coddle already.
Oh, nice. And I guess, I mean, that is something we didn't really point out, and I don't think Panel really touched on it too much either, is, you know, Dire might have this relatively frail draft with the Bristle who can be frail versus the OD, but looking at the Radiant draft as well, they are pretty squishy. That's why we see low skill with the max Sleight of Fist build.
Yeah,
he's doing some real work up there.
What's he got coming out on Courier as well? Okay, just the finished orb.
They're giving the Batrider the stacks instead of the Bristle, so he wants to get his bots finished up first.
Dude, this is pretty wild. Flash was just trying to de-ward right in front of low skill, and Yache, he's just giving up another kill to low skill.
And now, I mean, Blink might die. Level 3 shackles.
Yeah, he gets the chains. He's going to have Sly up in a second. Blink's gone for sure. I mean, he's 6-0 too.
And now he's getting recalled as well to fight bottom. He's going to get shot.
Oh, he is. Look at him.
Oh, my
He's in.
God.
He gets the setup. I mean, they may have lost the Bristol, but they're going to be able to find this. They are triple kill for low skill. 7-0-3. No.
I mean, that was sick. That was so nicely done by him, too. The way he, even the little things, too, in that top, where he dodged the Fortune's End, or yeah, dodged the Fortune's End with his Remnant initially, too. This is all what saved him to be able to do this. And then Coddle, we already mentioned how much work Keptus is doing. Look at all these stacks. He just triple stacked.
Look at this.
Actually, he missed one.
Look at that. My goodness.
It's beautiful. This guy is killing it right now, honestly. And he recalls the Ember to the other side of the map for a triple kill, too. This is... I mean, Kyle.
I mean, Kyle's lost. There's no way this team loses. Look at them go. I mean, this sort of opening.
This guy's going to just have a hood now after these stacks and more.
He's going to be 6 slotted after these stacks. Look how many there are.
This is like liquid. This is some liquid stacks.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, so this call kept us. He's making the moves and he's set up the map in such a way. I mean, I guess this game really will be a test. You know, as we heard, you know, the panel, Kyle, very much, and yourself, right? You really believe that the draft from No Bounty Hunter is better. So, you know, we remember this point. Because at the moment, Meta4Pro, they are crushing it in terms of the plays and the moves. Let's see if their draft sort of hits a brick wall. Mid lane, they're going to get the catch onto Entaki. That's the OD down. They'll also be able to pick up Flash in the river. They continue this advantage here, 2 more kills, and now with the chase and the catch, they've got the lasso down the mid. Low skills chasing down Snorpy. Snorpy to fall. He's also going to have to wrap around, waiting in position for Blink. Remnant at the ready, chases him down to the low ground. He's able to dodge the Remnant of Blink. Chains up, it's another. Godlike on the Ember at 11 minutes in. 9-0-5.
Kyle's actually gonna have to do the naked lab. This is insane. They're putting so much pressure. Like Khan, he's not gonna have space to farm at this rate. They're gonna start losing their towers. This is, I mean, this is just really swift play by Meta4Pro.
This is top stuff.
This doesn't look. I mean, I'll be honest with you, this doesn't look like no tier 2 right now. They're doing every single play right with how they're pressuring. And I love these items that are coming out for everybody so far too. It's the straight bots into BKB, the standard on the bat. We have the Ember pretty much with Maelstrom done. It's got Hood on Bristol. This is just perfect planning right now. This is really going much better than I'd anticipated.
Yeah, I mean, what's sort of the, you know, for No Bounty Hunter, how do you sort of recover yourself from this sort of position? You know, you've had such a tough start. You know, what should your focus be as a team here?
I mean, now at this point, it's really just try to have the numbers in these fights, because it really feels like every single time it's them trickling 1 or 2 at a time into 3-4 heroes. They have to start showing up with all these numbers. I mean, Flash is just always getting caught in very deep locations, and he's just dead.
It's just
and now it's just save your buddy syndrome, perhaps.
I mean, they're trying to run, but there's no escape. Snorpy as well. It's just another kill for low skill. Yeah, just 12 again. Just to harp on about his KDA. You know, it's 10-0-6. This is a safe lane Ember, and he's involved in 16 of the 17 kills. You know, it doesn't get any better than this for a safe lane Ember.
Yeah. I mean, yep.
This is. I mean, yeah. Look, here we go on the timing. So out of the 50 matches, you know, this is a big pool of stats to take from. Is Maelstrom's faster than the fastest by 28 seconds? 12-minute Maelstrom.
This is unbelievable. Like, look how much they're able to pressure the map now too. Because as we said, they're heavily mobile with this draft, and now they're just making No Bounty Hunter move all the time. And because of these movements, like, someone's gonna get caught out. You know, you're playing versus this Bat Rider, you're playing versus Recall. When you're getting split around the map so much, it's bound that No Bounty Hunter is gonna start hemorrhaging more and more kills too. This aggressive warding coming out from Meta4Pro is very ideal, taking over the enemy jungle. Continuing this pressure. This is very nicely planned as bottom.
I mean, it's looking like the setup for... Okay, he's got 2 Astral Steps, so... Yeah, he blinks more than fine. They won't quite be able to dive that deep for him.
Up top, we see the Coddle finishing up a 4-staff after the Urn already, 14-minute mark. Unbelievably farmed on Keptus as well. The stack money, right? I wonder, do we have a thing that can show how much money he just received from stacks?
Yeah,
the money he received from his teammates killing it is probably insanely high.
Yeah, we should be able to see how much he gets from neutrals and ancients in comparison to lane creeps.
Because it's definitely going to have a big contribution to how much he's been able to do this game.
Yeah.
And it's very impactful for his team.
Oh, here we go. So whose is this wheel?
This is the
oh,
Bat
Bats.
Rider, so.
Okay.
Up top, they might be able to find that Coddle, though, as we've been praising him so much. A big kill for Khan. You know, bottom. Blink is trying to get aggressive here.
He's got, I mean, yeah, it has to be so careful. As soon as the chains are back up, any sort of slight chains could set up for his death up top. Got the trap here onto Zactal with the Astral. And they've got the follow-up. There's the Shackles. They should have the required damage here. Landing that hammer down. I said, oh, he's got a haste rune. It doesn't matter. Sanity's Eclipse laid down. We'll get them to kill on the bat. So starting to get some kills in response, but bottom lane Blink. Ooh. Is he out of it? He is not.
I mean, this CM Ember duo is really they're really kicking ass, honestly. The aggression that they're playing, the CM Vyashlav, oh god, I'm gonna mispronounce that one horribly, but he's playing so well around low skill every single time. Look, he's just hugging him. They know how many kills they're able to set up with that. And also, JJ did message me. He did let me know. It was about 420 gold or 425 for the Coddle from the stack. So, pretty significant.
I mean, yeah, and as you said, with the setup down bottom. Ooh. Flash. He gets clipped there. We've had the setup to die there. I'm going to bring in a defensive. Trying to come in onto Zip Zapper. Not quite able to take him down at all with that initial burst. As up to the side, the setup's there onto the Shaman. Snorpy trying to go for the Chakra. They have the false promise onto the Shaman to try and keep Snorpy alive. But Vyacheslav's able to walk away. He can't quite finish off the CM. They'll end up losing both supports. They have found at least the Ember in return. Now a buyback coming into play from Flash. As he wants to look to be able to back up Khan, Blink, and Entiki to see if they can get more out of this. Trying with the chase onto Zactal. Three of them.
Blink has an Astral. Might go for it. Doesn't want to jump too far forward.
No, they knock him back as well. Make sure that they can't catch them as Meta4Pro get out of there with the smoke.
Small, I mean, pretty small gains, but some type of gains as the Morphling's able to show up, and now mid.
Entiki is trying to go in onto Zactal, but this is giving the opportunity for Zip Zapper to get on top of the OD. He'll try his best to continue to chase Snorpy. Having a bit of control to hold back Zip Zapper. Can't, just having to bail out. They could keep their OD alive, but still very hard for them to really fight like that. But yeah, as you said, I mean, yeah, killing the Ember. Who got the money for the Ember kill? It was Khan, so a good chunk of gold there going the way of Khan's morph.
The one who really needs it. And he's actually catching back up. He's almost going to take the top net worth at the moment. Manta's finished on his way to E-Blade, so he's still starting to get this. And I actually didn't see who he morphed into in the last fight, but I want to see now, especially that he has Manta, Khan should start showing up to all these fights because he just turns into the Ember and then they're pretty much fighting these fights 6v5 because he can always just play around that. And it is right now before the Ember does have BKB finished, which is going to be a big timing for low skill too, because then he's just going to be able to be fully reckless. He wouldn't die in that situation. They're still pretty close, even though it's 6k gold lead. No bounty hunters starting to strike back slowly.
Making sure that they're set up again for this push that Meta4Pro keep trying to go for down here at the bottom tier 2.
Yeah, they've really wanted. I think they've really wanted to get it before 20 minutes, but the defense by no bounty hunter just a bit too good. Fully controlled all these wards in the area by Meta4Pro. Still looking to play around this side. Batrider's going to be going back to base. BKB is getting picked up, and I mean they can recall him down. They can look for this fight with a fresh BKB Batrider. They are very close to low skills BKB too, though, but looks like they're actually just going to have him bots down on that bat.
See if they're able to get any sort of jump here from the high ground. Now Zactal watches from the side. Starting to make moves onto Blink. Just going to try and jump into the trees. Low skill, not quite catching him there with the combo. Blink will remain hidden, but they've got the space to actually finish off this tier 2 tower. There's no bounty hunter not really willing to step forward, so they will have a chance of claiming both of these outposts coming into the 20th minute.
Yeah, they can start grabbing it for sure.
Khan.
They get the snag on low skill.
They've got the follow-up. They are going to be able to burst him.
Nice.
Big catch there. Chain stunning him down between the chains and the remnant. Let's see if they can get anything more out of this one. Can't. Trying to continue to use that power of the Ember Spirit against Meta4Pro. Remnant down, containing Zip Zapper for now. They're going to drop the wards here around the Bristol, but Zip Zapper able to beat his way out of them and get away. But again, you know, they're getting this catch on the Ember, and he is the one that was sort of really rolling away at the beginning of the game. So each of these deaths definitely slowing down that incredible momentum he had. And as you see, you know, it was close to the BKB, but you know, deaths like this just continue to put that BKB on hold.
I can just hear Brian in the back of my head like, he's the carry, let him farm his BKB. Poor guy probably was asking for the time to be able to find it, but it's going to get stalled now for some time, and it's going to give that time for Morphling to get more farm. As we said, the Khan, he's able to show up now. Big impact from him getting those slight chains, but Meta4Pro, they're just smoking immediately. Still no BKB on Ember.
Bounty.
No morph on the morph for the moment, though. He still has 30 seconds, and they're going to run into Intaki, but...
Oh. Got the catch onto the morph, into the lasso. He's shifting into strength. Is he going to be able to get his way out of there? He is not. Oof. I'll cut him down with a slight flash. Ooh. And not quite aware where he is. Oh, now they are. Okay, they are. Sentry's down. They'll find it.
I think that's the only time we will see our poor man Khan use his Manta to farm again. As he used Manta, sent it to the mid wave, and then he didn't have Manta to dispel the chains, and then just gets chained and brought down in the jungle. And now, right around the Rush Pit too, Meta4Pro gets a nice, easy avenue. And they'll get a courier to boot with some Bristleback Quills. And there's the BKB finish. So now low skill, much harder to actually take down.
We have Flash right out of GG there.
Seen a couple of those recently.
Oh, here we go, yeah. BKB and Aegis now on low skill. So Meta4Pro back to really having this sort of power of these fast items. They've been able to pick up this game. But definitely, I mean, they've had sort of this 7K lead for sort of the past 5 minutes or so, it feels like. And if no Bounty Hunter are able to sort of hold off like this Aegis push, you're definitely going to see some of those strengths of their lineup compared to Meta4Pro that, you know, you and the rest of the analysts did expect to see this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is the weather of the storm right now for no Bounty Hunter. If they can just chill out for the next, like you said, like 8 minutes or so, 6 to 8 minutes, keep themselves not losing too many heroes, and just keep this Morphling getting farmed, they're gonna look to be in a good spot for the later setup. As long as they don't hemorrhage too many kills to when the Bat Rider does have the Blink Dagger, which is almost done, or as long as the Oracle, Flash in particular, is in the right position to save people, their lineup is gonna start to kick off. Just has to buy a little bit more time. More time for Khan.
Radiant structures are fortified.
See if they could get anything from this triangle of Meta4Pro, but Meta4Pro elsewhere on the map, keeping the pressure up top. Zip Zapper started to stockpile quite a bit of gold. I mean, what sort of item do you think would really fit this timing that Meta4Pro are trying to play for with this pressure?
Halberd, it's too good versus OD and the Morphling, I feel. This feels like such a valuable Halberd game, even though they're not really... I mean, the Morphling's not the biggest right clicker, but just, yeah, it's just the best versus both. He hasn't queued anything up just yet, but I think he only has like 2 options. It's Halberd or AC. I mean, BKB can be inclined because you're playing versus the OD, but I'd rather see the other two particularly.
Still holding on to that gold. It's going to be very, very intriguing to see if indeed he's on sort of that same wavelength, or if he's thinking about maybe something a bit more crazy.
They're smoking over. The Bat Rider, still no Blink Dagger, so still a little bit harder for them to get that good initiation as Kato walks right into 2 of them.
Oh, but he's out. He's away from them. Zip Zapper and Vyacheslav coming from the side will be able to lock down and take out Flash. Chains onto Kant. Kant trying to turn a little bit here, but he's been stunned and he's gone. I guess, did he not have the opportunity to run there?
I think he still had cooldown on.
I thought he had wave. Maybe
he did have the wave. I mean, he turned and went for the morph.
He wanted to fight. He was like, all right, I'm going to turn to the Ember and slight a fist duel. I mean, and then what? I don't know.
Because I see he has waveform as one of his damages in like the fight recap. Okay. That means he'd used it earlier. So
yeah, maybe it wasn't quite back up as he died.
Yeah, but still playing in a very, I mean, he has to just bail like immediately when they walk up like that after he misses the initial jump onto the coddle, because that was the waveform, right? I think he just has to ditch his Oracle way harder, but he still gets surrounded, and a good move from Meta4Pro, keeping their lead going. It's 8K. That's one of those pickup. That's the best pickup they could possibly find on the map.
There we go. Time to see what they want to do as it comes to approach the high ground. Yeah, 4K gone on Zip Zapper. What's he gonna buy?
Dire's bottom tower.
He's going to the secret shop. Go on, pick something up. No, still yet to show. I just wonder if he's going to go for
Does he
something
get the
greedy.
hairball?
I just wonder if he's going to like start buying a Radiance or something, you know. Not that it would be good. Just I wonder if he's being tempted into, you know, getting one of the sort of the big greedy items. He's going to. I can see. He's going to get the Basher.
Okay.
I mean, that's cool. I'm cool with that, right? You know, you're talking about sort of ways to play this hero against heroes that have strength. If you're able to get Basher Abyssal and just jump on the OD, for example, he's going to be rendered pretty useless in the fights if you have that open.
I mean, sure. He is having such a good game anyway.
Yeah.
Like 4-1. I did not expect this Bristol to have this type of farm. So
yeah.
I mean, sure, he's been sticking on targets more than I expected him to. This works too. And it's more aggressive. And he does. Oh, he got the shard. He actually got the hairball.
He has, yes, a Basher and Hairball on its way out. So I mean, is it? So how do you sort of rate the Hairball when it comes to sort of shards on these heroes? Is this a good one?
I have no idea, honestly. I mean, if you can get a good hairball once you already have a bunch of quill sprays on people, like double quill can do actually like 500 plus. I don't know. I have actually no idea how to rate this one. But I mean, it's an AoE that hits goo on like everybody. So
yeah,
I could definitely see the argument for where.
And
it being decent.
I think one of the reasons why you could argue it's also decent this game is because it's, as Brian said, you know, he's going to be breaking his W key. He's got a Kotl, he's got a CM. He wants more abilities to spam.
Does that get reduced by Chakra as well?
Absolutely.
The hairball?
Absolutely, right? Absolutely.
Or is it technically an ultimate, so it doesn't?
No. Sure, this is definitely not.
Because then it's going to have like a 13-second cooldown on double quill goo.
I think it will. Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't.
Or sorry, 14-second cooldown. Apologies.
But no, it makes sense, yeah. Because, you know, normally it's kind of expensive, right? 100 mana spell on top of, you know, obviously just wanting to spam the Qs and the Ws, but yeah, with the Kotl and the CM,
Lotus,
why not?
Like Lotus in an Essence Ring with CM.
He's got all the mana in the world.
And the jelly. Yeah, and the jelly.
This is a top-tier hairball game.
Okay, and he's just going to go for his own fighting scaling build. All right, I mean, cool. This is more about him being able to scale rather than just like enabling the Ember more. He's just going for the Abyssal BKB. He's getting jumped on.
Now let's see what sort of backup he's got coming in from him. Low skills. In with the BKB. He's able to take down Snorpy. He's over towards Flash. Flash trying to hold his ground.
Khan.
He's already gone. Khan is trying to commit in on this, but they have the control. Lasto's out, and with the supports down, there's no save for Khan.
And Kyle has to start running.
It's looking like it. It really is. I mean, Khan's just there for 45 seconds. The Morph is out of the game, and Meta4Pro, they're just running down, chasing for more. They've got a creep wave pushing in on the mid.
They're getting too big for the Morph. Like they're actually all so tanky. His shotgun doesn't do anything at this point. He's not a right clicker either. I mean, they're gonna get a Rax here. Uh-oh.
The chains. And they go, making the jump onto Blink. Blink is actually sticking around, trying to get some damage in onto the bat. Not enough to kill him. Zactol's going to be fine. They're just diving in. And Zip Zapper begins to force them back, trying to create space for low skill to continue to finish off these racks. 2 seconds, Khan's going to be back up.
It's such a good item build from this Ember. He has the Shivas now after the Maelstrom BKB. Amazing versus the OD because he gets the int pool. He reduces the healing and regeneration from Morphling and Oracle. This is just really well done by this Ember. I love his build this game.
Yeah.
He goes for the Grove Bow. I know you're a big fan of that on the Ember too.
It's so good. Yeah, it's one of the... I think it's one of the better things to fight, especially when you're doing the Maelstrom. If you're going for the Maelstrom, you want to find the Grove Bow. You know, it's a lot. Okay, he's changed it now because he's found the Quiver, which is obviously better. But the Grove Bow is a great place to be before you get something like the Quiver. I mean, yeah, Quiver of course is going to be beautiful. He jumps in on someone, and he gets that first little hit. If he's able to find a hero alone, what is that? The 300 damage plus a Maelstrom proc, 440. So you're hitting someone with like a 440 magic damage on top of the slight and physical that you're already doing. So in combo, that's a hell of a lot.
Yeah, especially when, I mean, Snorpy, the 4-position Shadow Shaman it's a Shadow Shaman, 1200 HP. It's not like a BKB Blink or anything like that. This is a very squishy Shadow Shaman.
There we go. Low skill. You see set up there from the side already. Half of the HP of Blink done with that one slide to open things up as Blink goes down. See if the Astro Slow getting burst by the E-Blade of Khan. Khan, we'll see what he can get done here. Snorpy's going to go down. Does get the Serpent Wards off in time. Is allowing them to take down Keptest in return, but Khan's in. He's getting bashed up by Zip Zapper here in the midst of it all. Not back by the Flame Rake, and on the side, low skill. He's dealing with the backlanes. He's on to Flash. He's forced Flash to have to use it on his, have to use the False Promise on himself, meaning that there's no save for Khan. There's a BKB up on Entity, but he's just getting bashed up by Zip Zapper. He can't kill off the Bristle. They're just all dead on No Bounty Hunter. As they struggle to take down the cause of Meta4Pro. As Meta4Pro now 32-10 and at a 17k lead. They've also found themselves a DD rune. They've got everything they need to just continue to take more and more from No Bounty Hunter.
Very cool.
Such good ways that they're taking the fights too. Low skill just resets away, gets his BKB back up as soon as the OD shares up to the fight, and then OD he turns and tries to hit Bristle but gets bashed. This is just, again, phenomenal control of the team fights from Meta4Pro, and they always, I think they're always getting the jump. This time they find the Void Spirit before he's able to get anything off. Blink 2-7-2 having a rough game. And I mean, Meta4Pro, like you said, 19,000 gold lead, and a plethora of items going to come out to be delivered in a second.
Oh, they're just playing so well right now.
Yeah. This is good stuff. Look at that. Look at that hairball.
I mean, it's especially in these sort of situations when, you know, you got to imagine as well, if No Bounty Hunter were relying on, like, someone with sort of a blink on these defenses, you know, hairball's pretty nice. You know, just chuck it out there and make it that more irritating for the defending team to actually step forward and do anything about you taking their high ground, taking their racks.
Yeah, I mean, the cast range is absolutely ridiculous. I did not know it was this big. What the hell is that cast range?
It's like
900 or 1,000. Like, what the hell is that?
That's like a Hoodwink Colt, you know, the distance.
I mean, that's actually pretty cool. I like that a lot for canceling Blink.
And dude, you got to remember
really cool.
that cast range, right? That's where the hairball goes. So you get it to the edge of that, and then you imagine the coverage of the quills on top of it.
Yeah. Wow. I actually I did not know that it was such a. It's more than your whole screen almost. Cool.
It's working as a very nice bit of Zip Zapper's kit in this game.
And now Zip Zapper gets the dream item on a Bristle. He gets the Cloak of Flames.
Yep.
As he finishes up the Abyssal too. I mean, this is looking pretty much impossible for No Bounty Hunter. They're going to need some unbelievable fight where the OD is able to just build up int and somehow get a huge clear of the fight. As Khan, he's not really, like we said, he's not really dealing that much damage versus these tanky BKB frontliners who are running at him. And now it's Aegis and Cheese too. Uh-oh.
This is going to be tough. I mean, Khan, yeah, as you say, Khan, I mean, he's got 3k gold, going for the BKB. I mean, he feels that, you know, without it, he's just dying in these fights. I mean, is sort of his aim in the fight still to take over the Ember? Has that changed? Is there any sort of different way he can play these fights that would be better?
No, I mean, I think he just has to at this point. He's just getting caught too much he's over-committing a bit too much with his actual hero. He's waveforming on top of them. I've seen him do that actually like 3 or 4 times in the fights. I think he has to play as the Ember, get some slight spams going. If he gets a good chain, then maybe they can look to commit, but...
Oh, look at the deep grab.
Initiation.
They're straight in. Look for the jump onto Flash. Flash does have buyback. Buys back immediately, and Zactyl did dive deep for this. So will lose his life for this effort. Problem being, though, for No Bounty Hunter, the low skill and... Of course, Zip Zapper is still fighting very strong. Wards are dropped down, but as soon as he tries for the shackle there, Snorpy, he has to let go. As Zip Zapper begins to approach him. They've used 2 buybacks here. Of course, the buyback as well from Zactyl on the side of Meta4Pro. But they'll find the catcher onto Blink. Chains follow-up. Blink, can he get out of this? He can't. The bash is there. They will buy him some safety with the Astral. See if it's enough to get him out as Khan is turning towards low skill. Doesn't quite get him as low skill is able to remnant out in time. They will manage to take him down the one, so that's the Aegis gone on low skill.
Khan's doing work.
See if Khan can do it a second time here. As he's able to find Zactyl. Low skill, going to Flash, but Flash has got the Shadow Amulet. Defensive Astral, keeping him fine. Khan still doing the work. See if he can get over towards Keptest. Keptest, he's being chased. Can't quite finish the kill, and now the Will-O-Wisp is down. Trapping Khan underneath it all, next to low skill and this Bristle. A defensive Astral trying to save the morph, but Khan is frostbitten in position. He'll go down. No more for 90 seconds. as the rest of Meta4Pro are ready to just chase into the base. Look over towards Zentiki, the Frost, the Nova Slow, and they're going to call it. They know without the buybacks, they cannot hold this base, as Meta4Pro will take game 1, and pretty